How's everybody? I just dyed my hair brown, and so I'm trying to figure out how to do my makeup differently now that it's brown and not blonde. So that's just something I felt like I should tell you before I actually get going, because if I keep looking at myself weird, that's why. Let's just be real honest right now. Okay. So it looks like I'm waiting to be approved, so I'm just gonna maybe talk for a second and hopefully it happens. Oh, I am approved! Okay. Hi there. Welcome to Business 101 with Dr. D Money, because I like to give myself nicknames. So I have coined myself Dr. D Money. Let's see. Sorry, I'm swiping. My phone's doing some weird things. Okay. Hi. Okay, for real. Now I'm going to start. My name is Deidre Miller. I'm so excited to be here with all of you. I'm going to introduce myself a little bit first, because a lot of you are probably like, who the heck is this girl? Where did she come from? She's not in our uplines. We've never seen her before. And then I'll get to the real good stuff. So, hello again. My name is Deidre Miller, and I am a Sapphire Crown Princess. I have been with SeneGence for a year and 3 months. I started in June of last year, and I'll give you a brief summary of my SeneGence journey. Okay, so I signed up in June. I decided I just wanted a discount. I wasn't going to sell or build a team. I placed my first order mid-June. I got my stuff. I started showing people things. And then some people wanted to buy things from me, which was weird because that's never happened before. I've done plenty of other MLMs and no one even cared to talk to me about it. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get the discount. I'm not gonna try and sell because clearly that is not my forte. So some people started coming to me to buy stuff, and I was like, this is the craziest thing in the whole world. And then when those girls got their things, they decided they wanted to sign up. So then people were coming to me to sign up, and I was like, okay, this is super weird. This is so weird. So I started building my team in July, and towards the end of July, I got my fifth girl on my first line, and I hit my first rank because she was a gem and ordered the last day of the month to help me rank to, actually I guess I got my second rank. Helped me rank to Royal and Waiting. And then in August, I got my very first check, and it was $450. And that was insane to me that I could get money without even knowing that I was able to get money. So I got $450, and that is, hi Taylor! Hi! Okay, sorry, I just tangent there. That was half of what my paycheck was at my full-time job. And every 2 weeks I got paid. So basically, in 1 month with SeneGence, I got what I would make in 1 week at my job. And I was like, well, if I can make that without even really trying, then maybe I should try. Oh my gosh, stop. You're so nice. I got hair in my mouth. Sorry, that was not very pretty or professional. So I was like, okay, maybe I should try and see what happens. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to tell people. I'm going to tell people about the product, I'm going to tell people about the business, and I'm going to get going. And so I was like, okay, here we go. So I started talking to people about it. I started really trying to sell it. I created a group on Facebook. I did all of the things that I should have done to start with, because this company is legit and I didn't understand that. And so I started really working, and then every month I ranked. I double ranked 1 month, and then my paychecks were growing also, and so my husband and I started talking about possibilities of where this could go long term, and it was kind of crazy. So in January, the first week of January, I hit Crown Princess, and then the next week I went to Pit Stop, and I just felt so inspired when I was there. There's a lot of different pieces that play into this. Hi, Mary! There's a lot of different pieces that play into why I felt so inspired, so if you want to know more about that, you can ask me later. I'm not going to bore you with all of the details. Actually, it's not boring. It's really exciting. But while I was there, one of the things that inspired me is this woman got up on stage. She was also a Crown Princess, and she said after working for 15 years as a nurse that she quit her job. And I was like, oh my gosh, people quit their jobs? This is insane. Because my husband used to travel a lot for his work. He traveled 8 months out of the year, so we didn't live together 8 months out of the year. So I've always been looking for a way to be with my husband more because I love him and that's why I married him. So I was like, okay, well, people can quit their jobs. And then I like started thinking about things. And then, like I said, there's all these other things that played into that day and leading up to it. And I went back from pit stop that night and I said to my husband, I'm going to quit my job. And he's like, what? I was like, I'm quitting my job. And he agreed. I mean, it made sense. My checks were in a good place. I was making as much as I was making my full-time job, and I'm way happier with SeneGence. Okay, so I quit my job. Then, let's see, mid-February, I hit Ruby Crown Princess, and I had my first Crown Princess. Her name is Carrie. And then a few weeks later, I got my second Crown Princess named Tamra. And then a few weeks later, I got my third Crown Princess. Her name is Allie. They fall right under each other, so they really helped me hit my first goal and my second goal. And then a month after I hit Ruby, I hit Sapphire Crown Princess. So it took me 6 months to get my first million, 6 weeks for my second, and a month for my third million. And then I went to, and then it was March. Okay, and in March, guys, a lot of things happened in March. Oh, I forgot to tell you. In October, I qualified for my car. I just like to tell people all the things that happened in the order. In March, I qualified for Cabo and Costa Rica. And then in April, I went to seminar and I lost my darling 3 Crown Princesses that I love so much. And so I had to start rebuilding and working really hard again. And so right now I'm about 100,000 away from hitting Ruby again. But I've got 4 Crown Princesses under me now, and that's a lot of fun. And yeah, now here I am, being me. So that's my SeneGence story a little bit. If you want to know more, let me know some other time. I won't fill this training with that because really that's not why I'm here. But a little bit about me outside of SeneGence. Let's see, what do you want to know? Like I said to start the video, I just dyed my hair brown and I'm trying to figure out how to do my makeup again because I feel like when you change your hair color, everything changes in your whole life. I teach tap dance to some really cute girls here in the Boise area. Oh, that's another thing. I live in Idaho. I don't think I said that. I direct the Miss Idaho organization. Taylor, you're so nice to me. I'm trying to think of some other things. Oh, I've got a really handsome husband and I've got a really cute little dog named Slider. He's napping right now, or I'd get him and show you him because everyone loves him more than me. And I used to compete in pageants, and I'm going to show you something because, I don't know, I just feel like I should. This is my office, and we're a basic pageant family. So this is my office. You can see, you can see me right there. Hi, in the reflection. That's all my husband's baseball stuff and my pageant stuff. And then over here, look, even closer. I can't zoom in, but I have on my crown shelf now all my SeneGence stuff too, so it's really fun. So basically our office is a shrine to us because we don't have any kids, so we put up pictures of ourselves. Okay, now to the real training. I'm gonna tilt this down a little bit. Welcome again to Business 101 with Dr. D Money, because like I said, I like to give myself nicknames. Oh my gosh, Taylor, we need to talk later. Okay, so Business 101. This is something that is really important to me because I feel like this summer was really hard for a lot of people. Coming out, and maybe not you guys, your team is seriously killing it, so maybe I'm totally off base when I say this, but I know for my team that going through the out of stock and then going into summer when no one's really buying things and it's just kind of like slower, it was hard for people. And so Business 101 is something that I've talked about a lot with my team, and I'm still talking about with them because I feel like people just like need to get in the groove again, right? So I've got 3 things that I'm going to talk about with you, and hopefully it will help you build your business, get back to the basics, and really thrive. Because I think that that's where we struggle in this business. We try to sell, recruit, and we don't focus on the basics of a business. And then that's where we like sort of start to peter off or feel like we're not doing enough or any of that. So, very first, how many of you in this group have ever felt like you're always one step behind someone because they have a good following, they have way better networks than you, they know how to do makeup already. I don't know. Any of those things. Like, do you always feel like you're one step behind another distributor? Do you always feel like if only you had what they had, then you could do as well? Give me some hearts if you like feel those things, or if you felt those things, if you understand what I'm saying. Give me some hearts, because I want to see. If you've ever felt like you're just like, if I only had what that girl had, if I only had a blog 5 years ago like Deidre did, if I only had 30,000 followers like Jaylyn does, if I only had the, had done the pictures very first like Katie did. Okay, so you guys understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is important. This is important to think about and realize when you're talking about business. Because yes, I had a blog. Jaylyn had a blog with a lot of followers. Katie was the first to do things. There's women that had followers. There's women that had websites. There's women that already had brands built. There's women that had awesome networks. There's all of these things. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Those things did nothing for those women's business. Those things are not the reason those women are doing well. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. The very first thing that I want to talk about is a business plan. Okay? So these women that did well, they didn't do well because they had those things. They did well because they made a business plan and they stuck to it. Okay? So, very, very first, you need to figure out what you want to do with your business. Where are you hoping to go? What are you wanting to accomplish? Like, let's talk about these things, because that is where you really need to start your basis. If you don't have a business plan laid out, you're not going to be able to direct yourself in any one way, because at that point you're just grasping at straws and you're hoping that something will come to you. But if you have a business plan, then you can map it all out and you can figure it out and you can make the plan to drive you to where you want to go. Your business plan is a roadmap. And the reason I think this is so important is because you are running a business. You're running a business. And I think that's something that's easy to forget, because you're like, oh, $55, I'm just getting a discount. Maybe I'll sell a little bit. But when you pay that $55, whether you're running the business just for yourself to get a discount, or you're running it to actually change your life and work from home and make that sweet dollar, you need to make a business plan. Because do you think that businesses like, SeneGence, for example, do you think that SeneGence one day was like, you know what would be so fun? You know what would be so fun? Is if we made some more Blackberry and we just released it and we didn't tell anyone. And they just found it and they're so excited. Wouldn't that be so funny? Oh my gosh, they'd love us. No, that's not what they did. They made a business plan. They knew probably months and months ago that they were going to release Blackberry again, because we were all bugging them like crazy. They knew. They knew they were going to bring Blackberry back. They knew. They planned it months ago. They had to plan ahead to create it, to get the resources to make it, to bottle it, to put it all together, to get it ready for us so that we could have it that day. That was part of their business plan. And then the other example I like to talk about is, okay, have you ever heard of Google? I know you have. So Google has a business plan. And I'm going to talk about this again. Do you think that one day they were just sitting in their office like, you know what would be something really cool to add to our search engine stuff is YouTube. Like if we could buy out YouTube and then have it be part of when people search for things on our search engine. We should call them. We should just call them right now, and maybe we can put in an offer and get it tomorrow. I don't know. That sounds like a fun idea. No, they had a business plan. They knew that they were going to try to acquire YouTube. They knew that they were going to try to acquire these different businesses to enhance their business. They had a business plan. So what you need to do, very, very, very first of all, is figure out a business plan. What do you want to accomplish? Where do you want to go? What do you see yourself doing with your business? Are you focusing on team? Are you focusing on sales? Are you focusing on both? You need to figure that out and you need to map it out. By this day, I hope to have XYZ acquired. If you have all of this laid out and you have these business plan laid out of where you want to be, then it's a lot easier for you to create goals and to keep consistency in your business, right? Because if I know that by seminar of 2018, right? Yeah, 2018, sorry, years are hard. Numbers are really hard for me. Don't mind me. I'll probably say a lot of stupid numbers throughout this training. By Seminar 2018, I want to be a queen. That is my goal. I also want to never not go to a trip again. So I always want to qualify. So those are my business plans. I have this business plan and goals that I want. And so now I can map out a whole plan as far as what I need to do to accomplish those things. Every day I need to do this. Every week I need to do this. Every month I need to do this. I'm planning out this incredible roadmap right now so that when I get to seminar, that I got to take the road I wanted instead of veering off into some weird direction. And I'm like, a year went by. What happened? What happened to my business? I didn't do anything. So you need right now, today. You don't have to do it today. You can do it this weekend. But I really, really want you, like, as soon as humanly possible, sit down, create some goals, and then create a map to get you there, okay? I know that I want to be a queen. So I know that every day I need to talk to 5 people. Every month I need to recruit at least X amount. You know the things that you need to do in advance because you have created a roadmap for you. And that will help you from getting into these ruts where you like slippery slope, fall down like this, and you're like, I can't get back up, because every day you already know what you're going to do. And that helps you create the consistency in your business so that no one ever wonders, okay, there it is, sorry. So that no one ever wonders, do you think Deidre's still selling Synergens? She kind of like disappeared. You don't ever want someone to wonder that. If they're wondering that, you're not sticking to your business plan. Okay? So that's number 1. Business plan, build it, stick to it, use it as a roadmap to take you to the places you want to go in this business. Okay? So number 1, business plan. Number 2, you need to figure out your brand. You need to figure out, and I'm not talking about color schemes and logos and all of that. That stuff's important too, but your brand is not that. Your brand is not those colors. I mean, that will become part of it, but your brand is who you are as a person, because you offer something to the world that no one else can, because no one else is you, and that is your power. No one else in this whole world, in this whole Synergens business is you, and that is your power. So what powers do you have? For me, before I started doing Synergens, I was a fashion blogger. And something that a lot of people don't know about me, or like think incorrectly about me, is they think that I'm really small. Maybe it's because I yell a lot and I'm like really loud with my emotions. That's usually what they say, is because I'm so animated in videos, they pictured me to be petite. I don't think that those two things correlate at all, but I am 5'9". I weigh 74 to 1 pounds, depending on the day. I am a size like 10 or 12. Like, I'm a larger human. I'm not like large, but I'm a larger human. I'm not petite. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not trying to say anything negative about bodies or body image, so please don't think that. But I am not a petite human. Okay? And that's what a lot of people think about me. And so in my blog, I spent a lot of time being very honest about my size and how I dress for my size, and helping people figure out how to dress for their size, right? So that's something that I have to offer that not a ton of other people can, because a lot of people aren't very comfortable talking about their weight or their size or what they wear or whatever. And that's fine, because not everyone has to, because that's my power. I can offer that to people. I can talk about those things, and that's part of my brand. And the other things that are part of my brand is marriage, my dog, and baseball. Baseball not so much anymore because my husband retired, but I mean, we'll keep it in there because I still talk about it quite a bit. So I've got these things that are part of my brand. And the reason that it's important for you to figure out what your power is and what you have to offer in this business outside of Synergens is because anybody with a distributor number right now, anybody with an active distributor number right now can offer Synergens to their customers, to their followers, to whoever they talk to. Anybody can. So how are you going to create that connection beyond Synergens? Because if you and I both only offer Synergens, then people are going to be like this. well, they're like the same person. I guess I'll just buy from whoever has what I want or whoever's giving the better deal. But if you create that relationship and build your brand so that people feel a connection to you and a relationship with you, then they're more likely to come to you to buy things. So if you and I were both talking to someone and then I have my brand all figured out and you don't, chances are, I'm really sorry, they're going to come to me instead of you because I have something more to offer them and they feel a connection to me. And then on the flip side, your brand, if you have it all figured out and you're talking about it and you're using it, they might go to you instead of me because while we both have our brand figured out, they might connect to you more. Maybe you're a vegetarian and you talk about that a lot and like how to figure out meals, and they're trying to figure out if they can be a vegetarian. They're going to come to your stuff more than mine, and you're going to become forefront of their mind, where I'll fall the back because they really don't care about fashion right now. So you need to figure out what your power is. No one else is you, and that's your power. So what in you creates that relationship and that connection? And that is going to create your business. It's going to give it some real clout and real oh my gosh, words are hard. Oh, you know what I'm saying. Authenticity. I can't even say it. I'm not even going to pretend anymore, but it's going to give you some real strong relationship building tactics because these people feel connected to you and what you have to offer instead of just SeneGence. And in addition to that, it is going to make it so that you're not coming off authenticity. Yes, thank you for spelling it because I can say it when I read it, but I can't say it when it's in my brain. Thank you, Christina. Okay, so the other part of building a brand and doing this is the creating relationships, and it's going to help it so you're not always talking about SeneGence. Because if your group or your page is always talking about SeneGence, chances are you're going to come off spammy, you're going to come off salesy, and people are either going to leave your group, they're going to unfollow you, or they're going to unfriend you, whatever the case may be, because all you're offering them is SeneGence. And if they don't care about SeneGence, sorry, they don't care about you. But if you can offer something in addition to that that they can connect with and they can see a mixture of posts, they won't ever feel like you're spamming them with SeneGence products. And while I would love to spam everyone with SeneGence all the time because I literally think it's the best thing in the whole world and my skin is so much better because of it, I know I can't do that because people will hate me. And I would like to have friends after. Just kidding. I'm never going to be done with SeneGence. I just like to have friends outside of SeneGence because those people were important before and I'd like them to be important always. I'm never leaving SeneGence, so, right? I bet people don't think you're nuts. They probably just think you're listening to something really great, which you are. Okay, so the number one thing was the business plan. The number two thing is figuring out your brand. And the brand I'm talking about is not the colors and the logo and all of that. While that's important also, the brand I'm talking about is who you are and what you have to offer in a brand. Got it? Got it? Got it? Good. Okay, the third thing, and this one, without a doubt, is the very, very most important thing. This, I need you all to hear this. If you leave with nothing else, leave with what I'm about to say right now. Okay, remember how at the beginning we talked about how we always are thinking maybe we're just not good enough, or we just if we had that we would be better, or we're always comparing ourselves to other distributors, right? And maybe some of you are a lot more confident than I am, but I know I do that, and I'm just gonna be straight up with you. Sometimes I get frustrated and I'm like, oh, if only I could figure this out and be as good as so-and-so, or I can't believe she hit that before me. I really wanted to hit that rank first. And that is just, unfortunately, the nature of the beast. We are women and we compare ourselves and we hold ourselves to a higher standard, and that sucks. And that sucks that that's the way we are. So I've got two quotes for you, and one's going to come now and one's going to come in a little bit. Very first, I need you to say this out loud. Don't be so hard on yourself because you are doing the best you can. Be gentle with yourself because you are doing the best you can. So say to yourself right now, I need to be gentle with myself because I'm doing the best I can. I need to be kinder to myself because I'm doing the best I can. Okay? So that comes in because the third thing is celebrate who you are and don't compare yourself to anyone else in this business. Don't do that. Because right when you start to do that is when your business is going to fall down. It's when your business is going to struggle because you're not focusing now on what you can accomplish and what you can do. You're focusing on what everyone else is doing and you're forgetting about your business. okay? So focus on you, focus on your celebrations, focus on your success, and don't think about anybody else. Don't think about their business. You can celebrate them, but don't compare yourself to them. Don't ever do that. And I'm going to say this right now. What those people are doing and what they're thinking about you and whatever is none of your business. But you know what is your business? Your business is your business. You cannot think about these things anymore. You need to let them go. You need to push them away. You need to not worry about them because you are doing really, really awesome things. You signed up. That is awesome. A lot of people in the world won't even take that step. You signed up. You probably talked to people about the product. You probably wear your stripes, which I'm not right now because I'm still getting ready for the day. You probably have some downlines under you. You've probably made sales. You've probably hosted a party. You've probably posted on social media. You've probably done a lot of awesome things. And that is your business. And that is your business. And what is happening over here is not your business. So bless it, release it, celebrate those people, but do not compare yourself to them. Because at the end of the day, and this is something I need you to remember, this is the quote of all quotes. Where you are is not who you are. Where you are right now is not who you are. Okay? So where you are in this business, where you are with your recruits, where you are with your sales does not define who you are as a human. It does not define who you are as a business owner. It does not define who you are as a friend, a sister, a mother, an aunt, whatever it may be. Where you are in this business does not define you. Where you are is not who you are. And who you are is your morals, it's your values, it's your integrity, it's your character, it's what you're doing every day. And this comes full circle. I said I had 3 points: business plan, branding, not comparing yourself to others. Bring it right back. Where you are is not who you are, because who you are is your business plan and what you're doing every day, and it's your brand and what you have to offer people. So all of these 3 things connect together so strongly. But if you can remember nothing else in this business, remember that where you are today is not who you are, and who you are is all up to you. So figure it out. Figure out who you are. Figure out what you have to offer and run with it. And don't think about those other distributors. Put them out of your mind. I can celebrate them, but I'm not going to compare myself anymore because I know from experience that it's no good. It's no good. I spent a good couple months after the seminar year comparing myself. And you know what that did to my business? Tanked it. It tanked it. It was bad. I couldn't focus on my team. I couldn't focus on getting new distributors. I couldn't focus on the things I needed to because I was so worried about keeping up with the Joneses. I didn't focus on Deidre. I was so worried about what everyone else was doing that I couldn't focus on me. And you know what that did to my business? Again, it tanked it. And I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to believe in yourself and know that what you're doing has value, whether it's this big or this big. You can't see my hands because it's outside the screen. It's that big. You need to know that what you are doing is valuable. What you are doing has so much worth. And that is who you are. You have worth. You have value. Everything you're doing right now is valuable. And don't ever, ever, ever downplay what you're doing because of what someone else is doing. Because I can promise you right now, it is not going to do good things for you or your business. It's not going to do good things here. It's not going to do good things here. And what you want to focus on are these 2 things so that you can really, really be in the right place to grow your business with the best intentions and with the best motives and with the best power behind it. So figure that out. Figure out who you are and figure out your plan and what you can offer, and let that take you to the highest of highs. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few seconds to ask questions, and while I'm waiting for those, I'm going to wrap up, and then I'll answer any after. But I just hope that you can realize right now that if you can take these 3 steps, that your business will increase. Your business will improve. It's not going to be a skyrocket. I mean, for some people it could be, but for the majority of people, it's a steady incline. It's like this. A lot of people see this business as this because a lot of us joined in a huge, huge, huge blow up of the company. And like that was a blessing. Plain and simple, that was a blessing. But the commonness for this business is to go on a steady incline. So make these plans and prepare to increase a little bit every single day. And I know that if you are able to change your mentality and figure it out, you will, because I've seen it with my business since I was able to change my mentality, and I've seen things grow and I've seen things improve, and I know that you can have the same thing. So that is what I have for you. I love you all very much. If you ever see me in real life, I want you to come give me a big hug and introduce yourself, because I want to be friends with everybody in this company, because it has blessed my life so much, and I know it can bless yours too. So if you need anything at all, you can find me on social media or anywhere. My username is at DEIDREEMME. You can go find me. I'm happy to answer questions. I know you have Taylor, and she is wonderful and amazing, and she's doing so many good things for your team, but I'm here also. Taylor, thank you so much for having me. I love you too, and I can't wait to meet you in real life. It's going to be so fun. So I hope to meet you all soon in the very near future at one of the trainings, and if you need anything else, let me know, and have the very best day. I'll talk to you all later.